Hello everyone, it's the Hobby Dabbler. Today I wanted to try something different. I don't know if you've seen the Gelli plate transfers, but basically it's a big slab of jelly that you put paint on and then you roll it over with your brayer onto a paper and it makes a print. Now, I don't have a jelly plate. I would love one, and I might get one in the near future, but for now, I thought we would try out some different options that I've seen on videos and online instead of a jelly plate. So we have two options here. The first one is this rubber mat that comes with your Big Shot or your embossing tools. It's just a big piece of rubber. And then another one is a Ziploc baggie with a craft foam sheet inside of it to make it kind of squishy. So let's give them a shot and see how it goes. So first I'm going to try the craft foam in the baggie and see how that goes. So I'm going to put some paint on and then I'll spread it around with my brayer. Put a few dabs of each color and spread it around. And we'll see how it works, if it works. Okay, so now I'll take my brayer and just spread everything around. Okay, so let's see how it transfers. I'll put a sheet over top. And then, I know my brayer's dirty, but I'll go over the back of it and see how it goes on the back side. Okay, let's take it off and see how it transferred. Oh, you know what? Not too bad. That actually turned out pretty nice. Okay, so we'll save that piece. And since there's still paint on there, I'm going to do another sheet, because might as well not waste paint. This time I'm just going to use my hands, because if you don't happen to have a brayer, I want to see how that works out. Okay, let's see round two. Okay, that one didn't work out great. So I'm going to take a baby wipe and just wipe off my page. And then I'm going to put on some more paint and go back over that one that I made with the first go of paint. I'm going to then put a stencil on it and see if that works. So for that, I'm just gonna put some green, or I guess it's teal, and a little bit of red. Okay, now I'll spread that out and I'll get a stencil. So this is a really large stencil, but we'll put the flowers on there. Now we will see how it transfers. Okay, use my brayer again. Just rub it with my hands a bit too. Let's see how this works, because on a jelly plate, this always turns out really nice. Okay, so it worked a little bit. It's not working fantastic. let's take the stencil off now. And now it's left an impression, and we'll go back over it with the first page that I did and see if that leaves some nice flowers on there. Okay, let's see how that did. Oh, that turned out really cool, actually. Look at that. That is neat. So that worked pretty well, I gotta say. Okay, so foam square in a baggie works pretty good. Let's try out the... Let's try out this guy now. I think it's just a rubber mat. So we'll try again with the same colors and see if we can get a similar effect. Okay, spread it out with your brayer. Okay, now let's do our first sheet. Let me just clean my brayer off. A little bit. Okay. Now, okay, so let's see how it did. Not bad, actually. I think it left a little more white than the foam craft squares, but it's pretty nice, actually. So let's try now another page, because the second one didn't turn out with the craft foam. So let's see if the second one will turn out with this one. Try to get all the rest of the paint off of there. Okay, so that worked a little better, and it's actually kind of neat. Okay, so let's clean it off and then try the stencil. Okay, so I believe I did red and turquoise. So do some turquoise. And we'll put some red. Spread it out with the brayer. Okay. Now, let's see how it does with the stencil. Put that over top. Maybe I'm not using enough paint. I'm not sure. I've never used a jelly plate before, so chime in if you know how much paint you're supposed to use, if it's supposed to be heavy with the paint or just a little bit. But we'll see if this has transferred any. Okay. Okay, so it did a little better. Now let's try it on the page I started with and see if we can get those flowers to transfer after we take it off. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Oh, see, that didn't work as good. I mean, it still looks cool, but it didn't work as good as when we transferred the one from the craft foam. So this is the craft foam. This is the rubber pad. Different looks, but still really nice. So honestly, I think that the craft foam in the bag did better than the rubber piece. So I think it's a viable option to use just a piece of craft foam and a plastic bag instead of a jelly plate. Jelly plates can be kind of expensive, so if you just want to mess around and you don't think it's a tool you're going to use a ton, get yourself a piece of craft foam and a Ziploc and you're good to go. And a brayer, I guess. I guess you don't need a brayer. You could do it with just, I guess, either your fingers or a rolling pin or even a paintbrush. But yeah, so these results are actually pretty promising. I'm pretty happy with that. They are not too shabby. Very cool. Okay, so if you enjoyed, please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned something today.